Where Timothy Omotoso is expected to appear in the East London Magistrates Court this morning. This after he was arrested in East London over the weekend on charges of contravening provisions of the Immigration Act. Let's cross to our reporter Sidima Mfeku for an update there. Sidima, good morning. So we saw and spoke earlier on to the NPA spokesperson, Advocate Mthunzi Maga, because they have now decided that there will be an appeal on the previous acquittal case involving Omotoso and his two co-accused. But this, of course, another matter with regard to contravention of the Immigration Act. Do we have the details now, and what's expected today?
Well, Sakina, a very good morning to you and to the SABC viewers. What we can confirm is that this matter is not really treated as, a criminal case as yet. It's being treated as an inquiry. That's what we had gotten. We got heard from the NPA officials that are here in court. But also in terms of what has happened in court yesterday, the court had listened to testimony of the immigration officer, Mr. Obri Mfunzana, who is the one that arrested Timothy Omotoso on Saturday. He was actually speaking to the court about, the interview that he has done with Timothy Omotoso on the day of the arrest, and saying that, some of the things that he had discovered from the interview that he had done with Omotoso is that he doesn't have a valid, visa, and that it expired in 2017, and that he didn't have any pending application for a visa. And it is for that reason that they had ordered for him to be deported. And he was saying that, Timothy Omotoso had been in the country for about 25 years now, since May in 2000. And, when he was giving the testimony, he did tell the court that, Timothy Omotoso did not even have a visa number for his visa. But when we were listening to, the cross-examination of Timothy Omotoso's legal representative, Advocate Sakele Poswa, he was, telling the court that, Timothy Omotoso, it's not the first time that Timothy Omotoso had actually applied for the decision to have him deported, in the High Court. He had applied before in 2022, and that, deportation letter had been set aside, or the decision to have him deported was set aside in 2022. And he was also arguing that, the letter that was given to Timothy Omotoso on Saturday is literally the same letter that he was given back when he was given the letter to be deported, and in 2022. And he's saying that, this means that he's basically not going to be deported, or rather that letter is not going to be granted, or that his deportation is not going to be granted as it was initially set aside. But he also mentioned in court that Timothy Omotoso was not read all his rights by the immigration officer that arrested him. One of those rights is that Timothy Omotoso had what was supposed to be given about 10 days before making a decision if whether or not he's going to take that letter on review with his legal counsel or with the advice of his legal representative but also arguing that because that those rights were not read to him, that was an infringement on his rights, and that it was he was not given he was not given the correct freedom to exercise his rights. And he was saying that they're going to argue in court that this matter be put down until the 10 days has expired, as he was saying that this matter is being set for prematurely.
Right, Sidima Mfeku, thanks so much, SABC News reporter, on that story involving Nigerian televangelist Timothy Omotoso.